everybody. Well, I thought I'd make today some DIY removable pen loops or paper clips, and I thought you could watch as I sort of go along and make them. I did first see them, somebody posted them on my group, and I had a look, and it's from Treasure Books, but I noticed that when she made them she sort of did the decorating after putting the elastic and the paper clip in, I think. So I've actually found that it's a bit easier to decorate them beforehand. Just personally, I found that. So what I've done, I've just got some old card. You can use cereal boxes or any old card that you have. I would say fairly sturdy, but not too sturdy that if you do use a sewing machine that it wouldn't sew through the sewing machine. So what I've done here, I'm not great with measuring, but my card is about 12 centimeters in length by nearly 6.5, and in inches, if you're an inches fan, that equates to about nearly 5 inches to about 2.5 inches. Just as long as it's that sort of size and looks square, that's fine. Now what I've done to save a bit of time, I've just got these scraps. Now I'm making these for travel journals, so obviously, you know, I'm going with that sort of theme, and they literally are scraps. So the first part I've just stuck on, so it hopefully will be a little bit quicker, and then just going to glue on the back here. So this is great for using up scraps. Now I'm using 3-in-1 glue, which is very similar to Fabri-Tac, and also I do like using a glue called Collall clear glue, and that's COLLALL, I think, and I just get my supplies either off Amazon or eBay. The latest batch I think I got off eBay, and it was a large bottle of the Collall glue, and I use one of these bottles just to so I buy a refill and I just refill those bottles. So this is going to go on like this, and I'm just tucking that inside like that. So that's how it's going to look. You can get your bone folder if you want to, just to make that stick down really well. Okay, so then the next step is to get your elastic. So I'm using black elastic here, which is, I don't know, 3/4 inch, which equates to about 2 centimeters in width, and in length about 5.5 inches, which is about 14 centimeters. Don't have to be, again, too fussy with your measurements. As I say, I'm not great one for measuring. And then just pop that on the inside here and just measure where that would be in the middle. So your next step is just to get, let me just put the lid on my glue, craft knife or some sort of knife, and I'm going to just pop that along so you've got your cut there. Okay, make sure you put your lid back on. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this on top, so I'm going to glue that on top there. And it's sort of like a Hessian or burlap, I think it's called in the States, a piece of ribbon. You can again get these from eBay or wherever, or just use a piece of old Hessian that you might have. So just gluing the back of it. Make sure I'll go to the edge. So there we go. And I'm going to stick that on Just take away that little bit of glue. Make sure it's stuck down. Just going to position that a little bit more that way. Okay, so I do get very messy when I'm crafting, as you can see, so just take those off my fingertips. So that's going to be the front of it. And I'm going to add that on top. As I say, you can put whatever you like. I'm just going to keep the back flat, really, because it's going to just, with the paperclip, clip into a journal. Okay. Now, the good thing about 3-in-1 and the similar glues that I've mentioned is that they don't warp paper. So I like that a lot. Just sticking that down there. Okay, just let that dry off a little bit. Okay, so just putting my lid back on. Right, okay. So, next step, get your elastic and feed it through. So, probably going to need a little pokey tool. I've got a little screwdriver, but you can use anything you have. Just pull that through. Now, that's how it looks on the inside at the moment. And grab your pen, pencil or whatever. So that's a really thin pen. Just going to pull that in a little bit. Because don't forget, it can, if you've got a thin pen, I mean, you might have a specific pen you want to use, but if you haven't, you can sort of try a few. So I think I'm going to go with my elastic about that much, like that. So now what you want to do is, because that's your top, stick all this to your top. So just going to grab my glue again. Now, bearing in mind, I would wait for all this to dry in between, so it is still a bit wet. Again, you don't have to be too fussy with it. So that's one. And this will be the second one. Like that. And then what I do for good measure is I just get, now I don't know what this tape is, I think I might have bought it in Home Base, but it's a good tape. It isn't masking tape, and it's not, it's got some sort of I don't know, it's frosted tape. Anyway, so just going to stick that down. You can put a couple of bits or one bit, it doesn't matter because you're going to glue it anyway. So we'll go with 2. Stick that down. So this is what you've got so far. Okay, now if you get bits of glue, you can pick it off. Or I love these, it's a glue rubber. It's actually, what I think it is the sole of a sandal or espadrille, something like that. That's what it looks like, but they're great because they take off bits of glue. Right, so the next stage is to get your paper clip. So it's a large paper clip, and again, I will tell you the measurements, 2 inches or about 5 centimetres. So it's nice and sturdy, and that will just go back here like that. So again, what I'm going to do is get my tape just tape it down. Sorry if my phone camera's wobbling a bit, it's just that I found that my stand is cracked, so I'll use this tape just to tape it up, but it makes it wobble a little, so please excuse that. So a couple of bits of tape in there like that. So this is literally how quick this is to make, and then what I do, I just splodge a load of glue inside. There we go. Okay, and then just stick together. And now I've got these little, well, they're larger clips, which are fantastic. So I would wait just for all that to dry, and as I say, then you've got your pen holder that you can use for different pens or pencils to put into your journals. So I will show you how that works. So just letting that dry over there. Now here's one I made earlier in Blue Peter style. So that's a finished one, and all I've done is just sewn a little fancy stitch and straight stitch around the edge, so it's very, very sturdy. You can also, before you glue it all together, pop a brad through as well if you want it to be extra sturdy. You can, or with or without the brad is fine. On this one I did the brad as well. But that's literally how quick it is to do. And then if you get your journal, and let's see, page here. So if you, another way you could do is if you had a higher pocket, you could just put your paper clip in instead of horizontally, vertically, but this is how it will just clip on. Move that envelope over like that, and then you're good to go if you put your pen in like that, and you have your pen in your journal. So basically you can just take those and put them wherever you like in your journal, but it's great, you can see how sturdy that is. And that's it. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you found that interesting, because I will post up other tutorials and flip throughs, and hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.